Hey everyone, I have a treat for you today. We are going to talk about so many different crazy things, and we need to talk about the science behind manifesting. There is a specific science. I'm going to give you 10 of these scientific backings around manifesting, but also rest in peace. Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. I'm going to start this again. Okay, just getting on TikTok. And I just did her chart. So if you're interested to know all about Catherine O'Hara, go take a look at my YouTube channel and you will see that I just posted a whole astrological reading about her. One of my favorite actresses, and I detail that in there too. But today, and I want to make sure everybody can hear me properly, so let me know that you can hear me if you're listening. Today, we are going to talk about manifesting and the science behind manifesting. I have a manifesting group, and that group is in a Telegram, which you can find on my website at askhollyhall.com. Askhollyhall.com. And we're going to do some free readings because how can you manifest? What is your unique options within your psyche, your soul, your human self in how you are able to manifest? You have a specific code. You have a specific secret, and I can see it in your astrological chart. And I am going to give you 10 reasons, 10 scientific backings on why neuroplasticity supports manifestation. So I'm going to give you a couple right now. Your brain can rewire itself through repeated thoughts and behaviors, meaning focusing on positive intentions can gradually change your neural pathways. I'm going to give you three studies, very in-depth studies on how manifesting is science. It's not woo-woo. It's not magic. It's science. And there's three distinct, very well-known experiments that prove it. And if an inanimated object can be affected by negative or positive manifesting, so can your brain. Because you got a brain, you got a soul, you got a heart. These inanimated objects had nothing except for somewhat, living entities. Everything is a living entity. But when we are able to visualize things, we are able to create manifesting, and it becomes addicting. Because the more that you manifest, because you start to see it in action and you start to believe it's a reality. And when you believe it's a reality, then that's half the battle, more than half the battle around manifesting. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you're asking me a question, that kind of a question. Sometimes you just have to get to block people and report them. So what I want to talk about is the second thing around manifesting. And we're going to look at your charts. I want you to clearly see how you are specifically able to manifest. I'm going to manifest this light being turned down because it is way too bright. That one is too, but I'm not going to change it right now. If you're listening right now on YouTube, please let me know that you can hear me clearly. This is very important. Anybody listening on YouTube, and if you're on TikTok, I'm not going to stay on for long. You have to go over to my YouTube, which is at Ask Holly Hall, if you want to get a reading. Do you want to get a reading? Head over to YouTube, subscribe. Everybody, I'm asking you, please subscribe, like, or share, or all three, because it really helps support me on YouTube. Okay. And if you're listening right now, let me know. You can hear me properly. All right. The second thing is neuro neuroscience shows that imagining a desired outcome activates similar brain regions as actually experiencing it. And I'm going to give you an experiment you can see right away. You'll be able to see, oh my gosh, I can manifest it, because it helps to prepare your mind to take aligned action. Do you want to know if you can manifest and how you can manifest? Do you want to know if you're going through a manifesting period? I've got a lot of clients right now. They're going through, if this is when Neptune positively hits your chart, you are going through a manifesting period. This is a time when you're able to wave that magic wand and get what you want. Do you want to know if that's happening for you right now? Because you don't want to miss that opportunity. You don't. So this is manifesting. This is a science behind manifesting. So the RAS, which is a reticular activating system, filters reality. It filters reality, and this part of the brain acts like a filter, noticing opportunities that match your focus. When you concentrate on goals, your RAS tunes your perception towards them. Okay, so next one is emotion enhancement. So let me give you an experiment right now that's going to tell you how you can trick your brain into thinking that something is real. As a Libra sun, how will the Saturn and Neptune moving in Aries go to affect? That's a great question, but I do sidereal astrology, which means I do astronomy astrology. So I look at astronomy and I see where the constellations are now and what planets are in there now. And most likely you're a Virgo unless you're born way late. We're 11 to 21 days off because the Earth is on an axis. So the Saturn and Neptune is in Pisces and Saturn is in Pisces right now. If you take a look, I got my promotion this year. Will I get my promotion this year? I need your astrological chart. So I need your birth information and I can answer that for you. October 14th. And if you have a question, you have to put your question and your birth date all at once. But wait until I ask you to, okay? Because first we're going to go through the manifesting stage because I want to make sure you're still here. Hey, SC, how are you doing? So this is what we're going to do. I want you to hold a lemon in your hand. And this is how I'm going to prove to you that manifesting works, that you can trick your brain into this, okay? You're going to have to stick around a bit, year 2000, and then I can answer that in a minute. Take a lemon. Now I want you to imagine it. It's in your hand. You're going to put it on the table. You're going to take a very sharp knife. You're going to cut it in half. You're going to cut that half in half. I want you to take that slice of lemon and just give it a little squeeze. Just imagine that you're giving it a little squeeze. All that lemon juice is coming out. You can actually see it, and you can smell it. You can smell it. Now, I want you to, yes, you're on the list. Just hang in there and I'll let everybody know when I'm going to be doing free readings. And I want you to take that lemon, it's all juicy, and stick it in your mouth. Your mouth is now filling up with saliva. Mine is. In fact, as soon as I told you to cut the lemon or hold the lemon, it started. Why? Because your brain thinks there's an incoming lemon. There's a lemon coming soon. And it's starting to prepare itself for that lemon. It's not as, you don't feel the tartness. Your jaw isn't getting tight or a little bit achy. You definitely have a lot more saliva when you're eating the lemon, but this goes to show you how powerful your brain is. Now, let's say you hate lemons and you absolutely don't like lemons at all. Science shows that emotion enhance manifesting. So if you hate lemons, your fear response might kick in before the saliva does because it doesn't want the lemon. So high emotion states such as excitement, gratitude. Gratitude is very important. And in my manifesting group, which you can find you'll find it here in the link below after this recording, but you can go to my website at askhollyhall.com and you can get in my manifesting group and it's free. And every few days, I remind them, what are you grateful for this week? What are you grateful for today? Because gratitude, and even when I do readings for my clients, I tell them, can you name it and claim it? That means if anything I said resonates with you or any of my predictions came true for you, let me know. Say it out loud because you're naming it and you're claiming it and you're telling the universe, I like that. Give me some more. I didn't like that. Don't give me any more. So this this strength, this is a signal, and it makes it easier for your brain to focus on the act towards desired outcome. So gratitude is very important to manifesting. I don't care if you're in gratitude because you had food in your fridge today, or that you had a shitty job that paid for your crappy house that you live in, that you've got two legs to walk on, or two eyes to look through, or heart that's beating. I don't care what gratitude. If you're in the worst case scenario known to mankind right now, find something small that you can be in gratitude with. And if you can't, if you find yourself like in such a bad place that it's almost near impossible to be grateful for anything, then heal that first because you're not ready to manifest until you can heal whatever pain, whether it's time or you work on the healing process of it. And then when you're in a better place, you can start with the tiniest gratitudes, even in the smallest, better place that you can be in. Even if it's just, I got hope. I'm grateful because I got hope that things can be better than what it is. Yes, gratitude is very important because it accelerates manifestation. Question: what do you think is happening with the market with silver? Is this full market crash? No. Uh, and I'll give you the answer to that in a second. Cognitive bias affects manifestation. Confirmation bias can make you notice evidence that supports it. And that's what I said. But then there's quantum physics. And this is an interruption. Quantum physics interpretation. Some claim that a subatomic level, the universe responds to observation. While mainstream science doesn't fully endorse that thought, it creates reality awareness, does influence perception on action. Hormones can influence the outcome as well. The dopamine, the oxytocin. We literally want to manifest because we want the oxytocin. We're addicted to our own chemicals. We want the dopamine hit. We want the serotonin uptake. And when we're desiring something, it's because either in our mind we've imagined that that will give us all of these feelings, or in the past it has, and we want that again. And that could not be furthest from the truth. Because if you want to work with universe, God, source, whatever you call it, you want to make sure it's always for the highest good, for the highest good of all. Always wish it for the highest good of all. And you don't want to know something? I'll tell you one secret. Do you know why the most dangerous, awful, terrible, horrible, whether that's a subjective or an objective view, people are successful and probably one of the wealthiest people on the planet? Because they don't have any doubt that they aren't to be. They own it, they live it, they have this cocky confidence that allows them to think, I'm going to rise above this. I don't really give a what anybody thinks, whether it's the highest good for everybody. It's the confidence level that they have. And that's what really gets them what they want. And so they naturally get this dopamine hit all the time, when they get what they want, whether it's for the highest good of all or not. There's all different ways of manifesting. So that's why they say careful what you wish for. The silver crash is not until June. And the reason for the silver crash is because the big fish are going to come in and gobble up all the silver because they need this for new batteries and AI. If you want to know more about what's going on with AI and the job market and Alberta and the world, take a look at my last video that literally says AI and Alberta and jobs. And that's where you're going to find out more about that. But the silver itself, it will skyrocket in June. So if it's crashed right now, buy more. Okay? If my husband's listening to me, if it's crashed right now, buy more. because it's going to skyrocket. Now, I am not a professional. Okay, I'm not a marketing professional. I'm not money or financial professional. So do your own due diligence. Don't listen to everything that I say and just jump on it. But let's see what plays out. This is a game I play. Look at a download I got. Look at this idea I got. I'm going to say it out loud or I'm going to act on it and let's just see what happens. I'm definitely not going to do anything like life or death. Have I spent a bunch of money? Have we spent a bunch of money on silver? Yes. We were just about to take another chunk and I said, hold off. And this is why. Because we're going to buy it, probably half the money we were going to spend on it. So it's good for full 2026. In my downloads I've been receiving, yes. And if silver is down now, this is the time to buy. Now, have you guys ever had the success of manifesting? Bitcoin is crashing this year. I don't see Bitcoin. I never saw Bitcoin going anywhere. Right? I just haven't. So a few more manifesting, why there's science behind manifesting, is affirmations reshapes thought patterns. So that's your neural pathways, right? And it shifts your consciousness, it shifts your belief. If you really want to know how negative and positive words work, take a look at the rice experiment and take a look at Dr. Emoto's work. Take a look at the rice experiment and take a look at Dr. Emoto's work, and you will see proof, scientific proof, how words can destroy, literally destroy. The rice experiment is the one where it destroyed the rice, negative words. So what are we? 75% water, 80% water. Very important. And if you want to manifest silver going up in price or purchasing it at the right time, you want to just start saying, I feel myself benefiting from the price of silver, whether it's because it's going down or because it's going up. I see myself benefiting. I can feel it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited at just the thought of it. I can already feel the excitement in my body. You have to feel the dopamine. You have to feel the serotonin. And oh my gosh, look, I get to buy the car that I've always wanted, or I get to put a chunk of down payment on my house. Yay, that's so exciting, right? And that's how you want to start, SC. And that's how you're going to start with your manifesting. If you want silver to go down more, then manifest it. Make that work for you. It's most likely going to continue to go down until March. When all this Capricorn energy is gone, and that is 2026. And then I'm going to start doing some readings. Okay, we're going to do one more manifesting technique, and then we're going to do some readings. I'm first going to answer. So in mid-February, so after the first week of February, so there's some kind of technological glitch in February, in all of February, and that's why there's a whole bunch of things that go down in price, even things that are technology. If you're invested in Tesla, if you're invested in mining, if you're invested in silver and gold, until the third week of March. So it'll keep going down until then, and then it'll start creeping back up again. So, but I wouldn't wait. Why wait? Another manifesting technique is positivity, optimism. I put sticky notes all over my house because I don't want to forget to be positive about certain things. I'm actually really positive about some things and I'm not so positive about other things, just like everybody else. And I put sticky notes to remind myself, don't think bad about this. Don't think negative about that. Dr. Emoto's book on water drops is amazing. I know, and you can see it in a couple of movies too. You can see it in With the Bleep. They talk about that, and they might talk about it, The Secret, as well. Okay, so if you guys got an astrological question exact, or you want to know how you manifest, Subliminals are amazing too for manifesting. Absolutely. That's like that lemon experiment, right? What type of subliminals helped you a lot? So we've got April 1481, 8 p.m. What kind of changes for this year should I focus on? That's pretty general. I'm called Ask Holly Hall because as soon as somebody asks me an exact question, I start getting remote viewing and downloads, plus the astrology part of it. But if you're just asking in general, any changes, I listen to it's like subliminal affirmations in music or healing sound. Yeah, and binary beats, right? Okay, so April. I did that before, the subliminal. I'll take a look at it. So let's look at 81 and no time of birth. Well, what you can expect is there's nothing that stands out. I don't have your time of birth, so I can't look at your ascendant. Um, there's a little bit, no, can't look at your moon. So you might have a little bit of weight gain, focusing on some weight gain, but it's not because you're unhappy. It's because you're in a good frame of mind. Pisces at 17 degrees. I could look at Saturn and so there's a possible promotion at work in May or June, or you get recognition, whether it's at work or not. But you got to ask me exact questions. So apologize for that. Okay, so October 14th, 98. When we're talking like for 15 minutes, my 15-minute readings, everybody asks me an exact question for those. Or when you're getting a one-on-one reading, then we're having a conversation and I get a lot more from that and the energy is a lot stronger. But I always tell people there's no time for foreplay, you know? We've let's make this one a quickie and you give me the exact question and I can give you an exact answer. Don't have your time of birth. Time of birth is really important for looking at moving. And but there is, yeah, it's hard to tell when you're moving because of that. That moon sign could probably tell you when you're moving. Um, yeah, binary beats too. Thank you. 8:45. Is that who I'm reading for? Sarah. Okay. So next time, you guys, you've got to give me that. I should have the information up. But even even when I put the information up, not everybody talks about it. Albania. Thai. AskHollyHall.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It's really, really helpful to me. And so 17, I don't see a move until the summer of 2027. And career. I don't see a change until 2027 and 2028 for your career. Something in your career is ending in June this summer. Something in your career is ending. There's a change. It'll be a blessing in disguise, but for throughout the whole year, you're gonna find yourself just bouncing around career-wise, and then you'll settle in 2027. And this is a really important part of manifesting it. You're only settling to have a better career and have advancements in your career and make more money around your career, or at least be financially content in 2027 because of some of the frustrations that you'll be going through this year. If you're going to add more to your plate, like I think I'm going to take a second job, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to go to school, or I'm going to do something that's going to take up a lot of my time, I would not do it right now because in 2020, by June of 2026, you're going to be so freaking busy. You're going to be spinning around with your head your head cut off. So don't add anything more to the plate. I said this to one of my clients, and she literally just said to me today, she's a coaching client, and she said, "I'm so glad I took your advice and didn't sign up to get my PhD because I'm just way too busy. I couldn't handle it." And she would have been tied in, all the money would have been spent, and there was no way for her to get away from it. Mhm. Yeah. Well, mine is 2027 that I'm mostly talking about, where you're gonna see one significant change, and the second significant change will be in 2028. This year is the horse. I don't know how that goes together, but you also gotta look, are you a metal monkey? Are you a wood monkey? Are you a water monkey? Like, you have to look at your elements. They're very, very different. Okay, so let's take a look at anybody who would like to have a reading done and you have a specific question, give me your birthday. I did have August 27th, 2000, and she wanted to know if she was going to get a career, I think, but I don't know if you're still here. Okay. And what matters right now is 2026. So the summer of 2026, there are a lot of predictions that I've made for 2026. I made some of them in 2022. I just finished talking about the Alberta one, which you can find on my YouTube channel too. And that I predicted in 2022. Okay. I'm a water ox. I don't know a lot about Chinese astrology, actually. That's about what I know. And I also did a Catherine O'Hara. You'll see that up there. But take a look at my YouTube channel. There's a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to do this one last reading of December 24th and 73. Don't have your time of birth. If you guys have your time of birth, I'll probably take another one. Just let me know what your time of birth is, and that will be helpful as well. Mm, yeah. The only the thing that I'm seeing is that you are not getting the respect that you deserve in your workplace, and nobody's working like a strong partnership. And this is very similar. You had a very difficult relationship with your father as a child, possibly mother as well. There was very strict and stringent and high expectations. It could be the education system. I'd know more if I saw your time of birth. But with that, you don't really like working for other people. You need to be the boss of you. You need to be self-employed. You need to be in a management position. And this year is going to test you, to push you into becoming more self-sufficient, more independent, and more in a working for yourself environment. That's an autonomous job. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have your own business, like brick and mortar, or you have your own product or anything. It means that you could be a counselor, you could be a therapist, you could be a teacher, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, wherever you're the boss of you and nobody's hovering around expecting you to chime in at a certain time and chime out, and you get a steady paycheck because of the hours you put in. All right. And this is going to test that this year. Save some of your money. Hope you have a nest egg, because there might be a few money hiccups as well. But you're looking at as early as the spring of 2027, you will end up either being self employed, or I'm very enterprising and sadly not working with people like that. Yeah, I know. So this is a time where it's going to teach you to to share. You're a visionary, and it's going to teach you got to either share your vision, or you got to be working in a place where you can share your vision, because that's kind of collaborator that you are. And you got the mind of a psychotherapist, and you're extremely you see a vision 6 months, a year ahead. If you're working for a company that doesn't see that and you can see it, it's going to be frustrating, because you're going to see that. I can see the demise of this company. I can see that big boss being fired or let go, or this person quitting. You've got that spidey sense. So that's what you have right now. And so whatever spidey sense you've got right now, go with it. Start window shopping. Start looking at where you can be more enterprising. So we're going to take a look at my YouTube. What do you think is happening with Mark Carney, future of Canada? As I said in my Alberta, um, yes, I always so spot on with the visionary, and I have been a kingmaker, as they say. Absolutely. You're welcome, Z. AskHollyHall.com. You can get a mini reading for like $30. And Canada is the West is going to make a very strong handshake with the United States. And a lot of it has to do with the energy that's needed for the future of AI. And if you take a look at my last YouTubes, you will see that I talked extensively about that. This is this right now, as if you're it's January 30th. So you want to take a look at the last few days on that, and you'll see the detail in it. The future of Canada in general. You think you saw a divide for the last 5 years? Wait till you see the divide for the next year or so until Carney is, reelected or not reelected, until his elections are until then, there's going to be a divide. A lot of people will be angry at the West for doing what they're doing. Many people Tons of people will be flocking to work and make money as AI takes away jobs. And this is gonna divide, and then new jobs are created because you're in Canada. You guys better very thankful that we're gonna have this opportunity as well as the, Southeast and the Middle East of the United States. So Canada, specifically in the West Coast, is gonna become very, very wealthy and very cheap to live. BC is gonna lag behind. I mean, eventually, they're gonna get on board, but they're gonna have to change their premier, and I don't know what the dates are around that. I'm not very politically versed, but they're gonna have to change their premier, and that changes it tremendously, and they climb on board, and it's basically FOMO. Once they see that Alberta has really got some momentum and it looks like nothing's gonna change, that this whole system that they're utilizing their land for is sticking, like, this is working, and the rest of the country starts to see like, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing? This is working." And then there's gonna be this competitiveness, right? Like, well, what does Ontario have? What does, uh, the 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 East have? The Eastern Nova Scotia and and all that place. What do they have? And nothing's gonna match what the West has, and it isn't just for mining and silver and AI, it's also for, like, minerals. It's also for land. Yeah, the nice flat prairie land is perfect for AI and databases, and this is gonna be very short term, maybe 5 years or so, because they'll figure out much more economical, a lot less cheaper ways of holding on to data and not needing all that land. So that's gonna be kinda a waste of land, right? They'll use it for something else. But thank you, Hardwood. I'm doing quite fine. So I hope this all benefits you, and I'd love your comments below. What do you think is going to happen to Canada? What do you think is going to happen to Alberta? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you ever manifested? Are you in gratitude every day? Do you like manifesting? Do you realize every single minute of your day you're manifesting? I'd love your comments below too. And if you've seen the rice experiment or you've seen the water Dr. Emoto's experiments. Comment below, and what do you think of it? Do you think manifesting is science, or do you think it's just woo-woo, right? Or do you think it's just woo-woo? You book a reading, you go to my profile on TikTok or YouTube, and you'll see my link, but it's askhollyhall.com, ASK, hollyhall.com. Hardwood's had reading from me. I saw owl. Do you know what it means? I have got different views. Well, seeing an owl, if it's unusual, I mean, that's wisdom, right? I'm not really an animal expert, but in dreams, it would be I'm a dream expert. And in dreams, it would mean wisdom. Okay, everyone. Thank you for chiming in. I will be back Monday at 8 o'clock p.m., as I will all during the week, Eastern Standard Time, live readings. Namaste.